YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil coming through with another sneaker rotation. Weekly 7, day 1 beginning on Monday, day 7 ending Sunday. And let's get off into this, guys. Man. 3 pairs of J's worn this week. First thing first, this is one you ain't seen in a while, and the deterioration is definitely real on here. I want y'all to actually see this too, because look, this is part of this sneaker game. Like, this would come with it, you know, like sneakers busting all up. Now, the reason why these so busted up, I end up rocking these Monday, by the way. The reason why these so busted up is because this is the 2011 pair. Now, by the time I got this release, it was actually 2018. So you can just imagine not wearing these kicks. The paint definitely is going to crack. And there is also, hold on, let me see if I can get a better view for y'all. There we go. The paint is going to crack. You see how that foggy air bubble? Foggy air bubble right there. And look, even this piece right here, it's about to go, right? I actually put that back on there. So, but I know, you know, that's kind of like the cool thing about this. Is that the sneaker is literally, it's just the irony this vintage stuff in right now, but like you could tell that the sneaker is like yellowing up and stuff. It need to be wiped down real good, but you can also see that the midsole is starting to crumble because it didn't wear. Nobody wore it, because since I brought these brand new, and that's kind of like the bad thing about buying sneakers that's almost 10 years old, like brand new. That's one of the things y'all need to be weary of. That's one of the things you need to check for. So like this right here, I've been actually wearing this since 2011. Came out the same year as this one. Now this isn't, obviously this isn't the Nike Air one, but I'm proving a point. Only thing wrong with this is that it's just a little bit of paint chipping, a little bit of paint crack. Easy to repair. Now this one is gonna need like a full-blown restoration, midsole swap. No problem, guys. You know what I mean? No telling when they might actually re-release the real one with the Nike Air on the back. I know they got the foul line one. Those look okay, but I still would like the OG one, you know, and then we would have the Nike Air on there. But just as a quick comparison, guys, this what happens. Look, this what happen when you wear the sneaker for 10 years. You know, a little bit minor cracking, if that. And you take reasonable care of it, because I know some guys wear their sneakers down to is actually broke more than this. But this is what happens when you get a sneaker brand new and you try to wear it, you know, and I've already had this since 2018. So compound that, me on actually wearing this a little bit, on top of it not being worn for predominantly of his life. You know, the first 7 years of his life, it hasn't been worn. So that's just a quick tip, man, as far as like, just watch out when you buying your sneakers, or prepare in your head, like, man, that midsole might crumble. I might just wait till next year or a year or two retro till it come out. At least you had a Nike Air on the back or something, right? But if you really want them and they're not used or haven't been worn or kept, you know, up to par or whatever by the owner, expect that. So, and that's just the materials. I think the J's they making now in like 2022 and probably about like since 2020, those feel a little bit better now than the previous ones. They're less hard on the midsole. The insoles is a little bit more comfy. The materials feel a little bit better. They seem like they might last a little bit longer than what they was putting out in like 2011 or the early 2010s. Because they was putting out some hard brick materials then. We'll get into that later. So I ended up doing a review on this. This was one of my recent sneaker reviews. Go check this out. I don't know if y'all Air Max 95 out yet, but yeah, I actually ended up slaying a few Air Max 95s either late last year or at the top of this year, something like that. But a lot of this stuff, even some of the sneaker reviews, is kind of old. That's why the sneakers kind of actually like dated. You know what I mean? Meaning like, oh, you know, that came out like last year or something like that. I'm just still putting them out just for the sake of, just for my sneaker, you know, like I say, I always say, this is my sneaker diary. Just some of y'all that actually just enjoy the sneaker reviews in a general sense. But I know a lot of y'all come to the weekly 7 sneaker rotations, guys. And I try to get the sneaker reviews out before I show it as a sneaker rotation sneaker, just so you can already have in depth. Look at how terrible those soles is, man. That's what happened when you get an all white midsole. They you know what? They should have put gum at the bottom. That'd have been cool. You know what I mean? Just add a little bit more spice to it, just so it look a little less yucky, you know. So Tuesday, I'm gonna speed this up though, guys. Y'all already seen this sneaker if y'all seen the review. This is where the hard leather came from, y'all. 2013 Jordans. Yeah, 2013 Jordan 5s. This is where that hard leather come from. I remember people at one point, at least when I was younger, like the early 2000s J's, they used to actually crease a lot. And people used to talk about how they crease so much. And at one point, that's what I thought, like, man, the shoes, they're going to crease anyway, right? But then if they put like harder leather on there or stiffer leather, maybe it won't crease as much. So that was my only excuse for the early 2010 bad quality era pair. But still, nevertheless, though, guys, this is still a classic sneaker. If you guys, listen, if you guys luck up on it, we need to dispel all the myths, man. A Jordan is a Jordan, right? Whether you got the one with the Nike Air on the back or the one with the Jumpman on the back. You know what I mean? Like, it's still a classic shoe. That's the only thing, like, it's just a slight difference. It's not going to really matter that much. Now, like I said earlier in the video, the newer ones they making, the comfort is a little bit better on them, right? And the materials seem like they might last a little bit longer. But these have been holding up pretty good. And I didn't buy these brand new years ago. I bought this like 2015, 2016 or something like that. But the guy that actually had these already, he was taking good care of these. But he actually wore the sneaker, which explains why it's not foggy and busting at the bottom. So, yeah, Flying Flames, guys. Wednesday, end up rocking the Jordan 5, fire red, black tongue. I know some people can't wait till these joints drop again. And then you get the Nike Air on the back. So, yeah, Flying Flames. And with that being said, I end up rocking the Silver Tongue fire red 5s on Thursday. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I know they dropped these. I still got mine DS, my Nike Air pair on DS. I still just wear these, and I don't mistreat these. I still appreciate my stuff. Guys, you know, I would just say don't trash them, because they might be history makers in the future. Once they start putting Nike Air on everything. I did a video about this years ago talking about, do y'all think the Jumpman Jordan's going to go up in price just for the sake of, because everybody coming out with the Nike Air. We always wanted the Nike Air. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But y'all know how sneakers go. Y'all know how some severe collectors go. They might have the Nike Air ones, but then you got some people that want to go back and get the one with the Jumpman on them. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying this to like be some reseller or whatever, but when you collect things, since that's what I do, I collect and wear. It's just like having a car with like a different kind of badge on it or something like that, or, you know, a different kind of like medallion on it, you know, like they don't make these no more. You know what I mean? This is like from a time period where, you know, people was talking down on Jordan about the quality and stuff like that. So this would be good if you're really into sneakers and materials and stuff like that. This would be good just to prove your point. Like, yeah, man, this shit was stiff as hell, blah, 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 blah. But I still like it. You know, I got it just because it got the... If you into that. Some guys, just give me the Nike Air. That's it. I'm selling these and da-da-da. I know some guys is like that too. And that's cool, you know. So, Friday, I ended up rocking the Ultra Boost. I know, right? A whole completely different direction. Do people even still really wear Ultra Boost? I know they kind of like died down. And the people that actually wear Ultra Boost is actually people that like Ultra Boost. But I think this might be the 4.0, and I like this color, man. I like this color. There's a few more colors that I do like, but this is one of the ones I actually got for like maybe like around $90 to $100 off StockX years ago. And I was like, man, I actually want one of them sneakers. And man, you talk about comfort sneakers, man. Like even just rocking these to like, this is like an airport sneaker. This is one of the ones you could walk around in all day. It's free, it's comforting, all that stuff. So kind of went a little bit on my sock sneaker game in the past week or so. I know I showed the Nike sock darts and stuff like that. You know, voila, you know, it's hot out. It's cool, man. It's cool. Long as you don't wear them in the rain. Saturday, I ended up rocking the Reebok Club C's. I straight up forgot I almost even had these, guys. I literally dug through the whole sneaker collection. That's why my box is back there kind of like down, because you know they kind of be stacked all the way up to the ceiling. But I went rumbling through the collection, oh guys, just to find these. And this is a small box too, guys, that these came in. I think I got these for like 30 bucks. And this is one of those common kicks similar to my Reebok nylon joint that I showed you guys a few weeks ago, where it's just like, it's just timeless. Whether you into kicks or not, you know, a little bit of everybody's going to try to wear this kick. I seen that they actually dropped the off-white ones, the vintage color ones, again, because people into that vintage stuff now. But mine's eventually gonna, in due time, yellow on its own. But I'm not rushing it. I enjoy a nice low top kick, crispy white, flying flames. Can't go wrong with this Reebok Club C. It's one of them ones that, like, if you can find it for a deal, definitely pick up on it. Just something quick. They got them in many colors. They even got a nice burgundy suede with like the gum bottom. They get classy with them, and some of the colors just kind of meh. But you know, you can't go wrong with like an all white as well. So you know, especially for the summer, spring, all that. Lastly, on Sunday, I ended up rocking the Nike Air Max 98 Sepia joint in sandstone. I don't usually wear these that much, but when I do crack these out, I definitely get some compliments. And that off-white sail-like color definitely makes the sneaker. I think on the camera it's probably just showing it as like a crispy white, but when you actually see these in person, they have that off-white kind of like color. I know the Air Max 98 is not really being sold anymore all like that, or pushed by Nike. You know, they're going down the vault and picking different models to give us every year. But I think that'd be sweet if they can release a few more Air Max 98s. They don't need to overdo it, but just a few, so that if you want a pair, you would actually be able to get a pair, because the Air Max 97s and 95s and the 90s and even the Air Max 1s are always out. But like stuff like this, not really too much. Now, this wasn't necessarily an OG colorway, but it definitely speaks volumes. Also too, look at this, you got that reptile skin. It's kind of like a luxe kind of like joint. I think when I reviewed this, I probably had my 720p camera, so this is kind of like my first time actually showing this. And then it's like a suede 3M. This is crazy, man. When the summer's out like this, or the spring or whatever, those whites be hitting in the sun. So that's it for my sneaker rotation today. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I got more content on the way. Peace.